Maizy from Crafty Twins, and today I'm going to show you how to make these really easy and delicious no-bake cookies. And you don't even need to bake them. All you need is some oats. It says old-fashioned, but I use quick oats. It doesn't really matter. You need some sugar. I'm going to use almond milk because it's vegan. My mom's vegan and I want her to have them too, but you can use milk, whatever you choose. You need peanut butter. You need vanilla. And you need some margarine or butter. It doesn't really matter. It tastes the same all in the end, whatever one you use. And you're going to need some measuring tools and a little spoon to mix with. Okay guys, so now I'm going to add my sugar, margarine, and milk. So you need 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to pour it over the pan so I don't make a mess. And you want to make sure you get as close as you can to the measurement because it all matters. So that's 1 cup. And I'm going to work on my second. Okay. Now I'm going to need my margarine. And that is going to be 1/4 of a cup. So I'm just going to take it and scoop it up in there. Okay, so I accidentally used 1/4 of a tablespoon, so I just put that aside, and I actually got the real 1/4 of a cup. So I'm going to actually use another spoon to scoop this thing, because it's pretty big. So I'm going to take it, and I find like margarine's usually frozen, so it's harder to get in here, and you need to push it down so you have exactly 1/4 of a cup. But I can make do. Okay, so that's about 1/4 of a cup. So I use that same spoon and put it in there. Remember, you don't turn on the oven until you have all of your ingredients that you need in there. I'm just going to slide that off the side. And then I'm going to use another spoon to get that off, because remember, all of the ingredients count. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use the almond milk now, and I need to use a 1/2 cup. I don't want to do another tool, so I'm just going to fill 1/2 of 1 cup, and it has a marking. So instead of using a whole other utensil, I'm just going to pour that in. Good. Like that. Doesn't need to be perfect, but get it as close as you can. Okay, and now I'm going to get all my stuff off of the stove. Now I'm going to bring it to a full boiling medium heat on the left front. And you turn it.
Oh, Mommy usually does this. Hold on a second. You got to push it in and turn it, honey. And this is a step for parents to do if you're not allowed to cook. So make sure Mom or Dad know that you're doing this or help you out with it.
Okay, so you take your spoon and you stir it together. And the butter or margarine is usually one that takes the longest. And this process is the longest process because there's no baking, but you just need to wait for it to boil. Like, you can mix it in pretty quickly, but it takes a while for it to boil.
What are these cookies called?
They're called no-bake cookies. So you don't need to bake them, and you just need to let them to cool off. So they only take about a 1/2 hour to make and all. So you can make them right before dinner, and they'll be ready after. Okay, so it took about 2 to 3 minutes to get it all stirred in, and I can see just a little bit of bubbles. But it takes like a couple minutes for it to get to a full boil that you can't stir down. And after it gets to a full boil that you can't stir down, then you set your time or your clock or watch clock or whatever you have to, when you can't stir the boils down, to 1 minute, and then you keep stirring, and after that you will add your other ingredients. Okay, so I'm still pouring it, and stirring it, and it hasn't gone to full boil, not very close yet. And I'm always asking myself, am I doing this right? But it always turns out good, and you might be thinking I did something wrong when you make these, but you're not. And you can see little bubbles forming, but then I stir them back down. But sooner or later, big bubbles will come out that you can't stir. It takes about 10 minutes, but it's really worth it in the end. Okay, so I'm almost getting to the point where I can't stir them down. You can see that I'm not stirring them down. And so now I'm going to set my alarm to 1 minute. There. So now when that's done, I'm going to take it off the stove, turn it off, and then I'm going to add my peanut butter and my vanilla. And then after my peanut butter melts, I'll add my oats. And then it'll be almost done. Okay, so I'm almost done, and now I'm about to turn off the stove. Okay, and now I'm going to turn this off, remove it from heat, turn off, and now I'm going to add my peanut butter. Okay. Now I'm going to add my peanut butter, and that is 1 cup. And I'm just going to add this. Okay, so now I'm going to add in my 1 cup of peanut butter. And don't get worried to get messy on this. And I moved this over to the table because it's dangerous to work by a stove that just got turned off because it's still very hot. Better be safe than sorry. And then, this is kind of the harder part, getting this peanut butter and butter out of it, this sticky kind of material. So I might take another spoon and get the rest of it. Okay, so now I'm going to add my 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Remember to always pour it in front of the pan because you don't want to get it spilling because that could be a big mess. Okay, and then you stir it until the peanut butter is stirred down, and then we will add our oats. Okay, so now I have my peanut butter mixed in. Didn't take that long. And now I am going to add my oats, the main part. It thickens everything up so it's not liquid, and that's why it clumps together when you wait for it to dry or be cool off. Okay, so add that in like that. And sometimes I like to be a little bit generous with the oats because there's a bunch always gets stuck because I always use it right after I use the peanut butter. So it sticks. And since I did a bunch, I'm not going to do full a little bit. Okay, so that's just about 3 cups. And now you stir it all in. And then it will clump together and you can set it on your wax sheet to dry. You can see that's all thickening and the oats are going well and it's very yummy. So if you guys have never heard of this recipe or you've never done it and you've heard of it, you should really give it a try because it doesn't take much ingredients. It's usually the normal ingredients that usually people have around their house. And you know, it's a really fun thing to do. I always enjoy doing this, and I can finally do a baking thing by myself without my parents watching me or turning on the oven for me or stove because I've learned this recipe almost by heart. So, and it's really easy to learn, and if you haven't learned it by heart, you can always look at the recipe. Okay, so now that's starting to thicken, and now I take 2 spoons to get them out. Okay, and if you didn't catch the whole recipe, the recipe will be in the description below. And for my serving, for my cookies, I usually take this much. It says it will give 48 cookies, I think that's what it said. Yep, 48 cookies, but it really just depends on how big or small you make them. I make them medium sized. I usually add on to these. Yeah, and definitely I just like to go small and then I'll add on at the end. And I don't keep on count how many I make every single time. I just make of what's there. Okay, so I'm just getting a spoonful and using this other spoon to pull it off. Okay, so now I've spooned out all of this, and I save always a little bit left for me just to make sure it's safe. Okay, so they're already starting to piece together, but I had my mom help me spoon them out because they can crumble and they dry really quickly. So these will be ready in about 5 minutes for all of us to enjoy. And if there's some extra, you know, you can just take it out and eat it. They are so good. Okay, so after you finish, they look like this and they're delicious. And after you eat one of these, you want a nice glass of milk to wash it all down. delicious. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe.